Welcome to PC Gaming Tech Summary. I'm your host, Gamer. And today we look at speeding up your computer. That's right. Whether you have Windows 10 or Windows 11, a lot of these methods are exactly the same for both. So, a lot of Windows 10 is under the hood of Windows 11 anyway. So, makes sense. Sit right back. Have a cup of coffee and we'll get into it. Things I do to speed up Windows. Please keep in mind that anything you do or don't do is at your own risk. I keep my Windows updates up to date. Windows key, go to settings, type updates and check for updates. And there's the Windows key circled in green. Okay, in my previous video, I improved my Intel CPU stuttering by installing Intel drivers through Windows Update. Now, if you have a laptop and you use Hibernate, Standby, Sleep, well, restart your computer every few days because that can really slow it down by using those all the time. And your startup apps that come up when you turn on your computer. Click the Windows key, settings, and startup apps. Type in startup apps, which I am doing here. And I turned off a whole lot of apps that I don't need starting up with the computer. For instance, I have a Windows computer. I don't need Apple Push. Hello. Turned off a lot of these game stores. I don't need them turning on. I just turn most of these on manually as I need them. I'm going to keep the RGB on and the Windows security. Keep the Samsung Magician just in case it needs to optimize the drive. So, background apps. Apps running in the background. Click Windows key settings, type background apps. And I turned off ones that I don't need running. In fact, when I put in background apps here and I open this up, hello, everything was turned on. And now I have most everything turned off. Now these last two steps may help you a lot to improve your computer experience. There's just so many things I don't need running in the background. I don't need Facebook. I don't need Maps, Microsoft News, OneDrive. I don't use OneDrive, so I don't need that. Minecraft, I don't need that on. Hello. Netflix, I don't think so. These things can just be turned on manually as needed. Just leave things on like Windows security and other things that you probably saw there. Now, in Windows 11, it's different. Go to your Windows Settings app. Okay? Apps and features, and those three vertical dots of each app. Click Advanced and Background App Permissions. And click Never if you want to turn it off. In Windows 10 and 11, uninstall unused apps. Hey, Windows key settings and type apps. Hey, if you've got a bunch of like free apps especially that you're not using, you might as well delete them and, reinstall them as necessary. Now, storage sense. Go to your Windows key setting, storage sense. I turn it on so it will delete temporary files automatically, which is great. I don't want to have to keep going into temp folders and delete everything. I want that stuff removed when it is, appropriate. So you go here and just have that on, storage sense on there. And you can also configure it right below there, that line. If you click that, I'm going to have this storage sense run every week actually, every week. And I'm going to have it delete temp files once every 2 weeks. And I don't want my downloads folder touched, so I never want anything deleted from there. I'll do it manually. And if you want, you can click free up space now. So I'm only going to clean up about 5 megabytes or something for me at the moment. Okay, Windows 10 and 11. What I did is I went to the drive, right click, and went to properties, and I unticked allow files on this drive to have contents indexed. And I selected for it to do it in the subfolders, and it took 50 minutes to basically unindex. Took ages, so I just want to give you that warning. You might want to do that as one of the last things you do, so you can walk away and do something else. Right there, that I unticked allow files. You can do that for each of your drives. The operating system drive will take the longest, probably. Now, if you've got a hard disk drive, which I don't, a mechanical hard drive, you should defrag that probably at least once a month. Now, you do not want to defrag SSD, solid state drives, okay? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe just leave this. But if you do have a hard disk drive, mechanical drive, if it doesn't get defragmented, it can slow down the computer depending on what's on there and how often you access it. Now here, I only have SSDs, so I am not going to defrag anything. Well, we're going to do about 40 more steps and a deep dive into speeding up your computer. So there's all kinds of little tweaks and whatnot that you can do that may or may not help. So we'll do that deep dive. And once that video is completed, if you've subscribed, well, you'll get informed. So thanks for joining us here on PC Gaming Tech Summary, and don't forget, you'll be seeing me in the next video. No.